Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see here on our channel, on our website, or social media. It's in the description below, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. And today we're discussing the GPHG 2011 Aiguille d'Or winner, effectively the winner of the grand prize, best picture if you will, at the Oscars of watchmaking. This is the Bethune DB28, the iconic model from the manufacturer of L'Auberson, Switzerland. A company making only 150 watches a year counts this as its single best known and most innovative model. And it's easy to see why. Though 42.7 millimeters, it defies an easy explanation of sizing, though it is thin, as you can see, 10.9 millimeters thick, and the lugs, and here's why it's tough to describe the size, the lugs are spring-loaded and floating, varying from 58 millimeters lug to lug to 53. You can also get an option lug from the factory during service that is 47 to 51 millimeters, so you can even resize. 26 millimeters, the space between the lugs, if you wish to get a custom strap, and on my wrist, 16 centimeters in circumference. It wears very comfortably thanks to the fact that it is almost all sapphire and titanium and thus very light. It's a broad watch, but not a bully across the wrist, and on this set of lugs I can recommend it for a wrist as small as 14.5 centimeters circumference. It will fit underneath the cuff because it is a low-lying watch, and though not specifically a dress watch, nevertheless it is particularly compatible with casual attire as well as dress attire, because this timepiece, while highly dynamic and futuristic in aesthetic, is also supremely elegant. You can see that the strap is nicely made to match the width of the lugs, so these two things designed to work together. It is a de Bethune factory strap, alligator leather on both sides, small round scale on the bottom, large rectangular scale on the top, both sides black. You can see it has a monotone stitch and a folded edge. It's paired with a lovely titanium grade 5 pin buckle that nicely echoes the form of the floating lugs. If you look at the end of the lugs, you can see the torpedo or bullet nose, the ogival profile that harks back to the original 2002 DB1, and that is the most enduring styling feature of de Bethune watches over the years. Everything else has changed with innovation, and I must say occasional revolution. There is a double knurled bullhead style crown that is a screw down. You can see that the lugs themselves are gossamer, evanescent, evacuated, and airy in profile. There is a little push adjuster on the case flank to adjust the moon phase. The moon phase, which has an adjustment interval of 122 years, is a patented piece, as it is 360 degrees, actually fully spherical, with one side white palladium and the other side fired blue steel. You can see that the individual globes of titanium used for the hour indices are framed by a case that is all of grade 5 titanium, meaning it's feather light, but in grade 5 tie, it is just as scratch resistant, in fact more scratch resistant than standard 316 steel. Now I'm going to move the modified and skeletonized blued Breguet style minute hand out of the way here, so you have a better view of the movement. There is a barrel bridge with a black polished steel delta shaped insert on top, and we'll get super close so you can see that. There is tremendous hand finishing, spectacular, specular in that it's mirrored, and all very, very high horology. Despite the avant-garde look, everything is finished as it would be at Patek, Vacheron, or better. Let's start with some of the patented features. Twin mainspring barrels, self-adjusting 6-day power reserve. You can see a little blue stump of a power reserve indicator on the dial side, but when you turn the watch over, you can see that there is a more conventional and intuitive power reserve indicator on the reverse side. The watch is 30 meters water resistant, but it's a stiff 30 with the screw-down crown, and surface swimming is okay. The watch features a triple parachute shock protection system, so you have blued springs on each side of the full balance bridge, so the full bridge for stability compared to a balance cock, but with 1, 2, and a third spring at center, the Inca block for the balance staff. You have a lot of shock resistance built into this watch. The escape wheel is silicone and of de Bethune's own design, operating with low friction and minimal aging because it's not the type of component to require extensive lubrication. You don't see a lot of aging of the escapement lubrication here between services, so the watch runs well between services, largely because of that silicone escape wheel. There is a balance made of a silicone wafer with a full white gold rim, and this has a few benefits to the user. First, it has a very low coefficient of thermal expansion, meaning as the watch heats up or cools down, it's not just thermal expansion, also a thermal contraction. There's not a whole lot of difference in the diameter of the balance. Moreover, because the white gold is out on the rim, all of the mass is outboard, the watch has a large moment of inertia, which means that it's able to shake off bumps and concussions that would ordinarily disrupt the timing on a standard watch. You'll also note that the bi-element hairspring has an off-centered kink to it that allows it to beat concentrically like an overcoil, but without a Breguet or Phillips or other overcoil profile hairspring susceptibility to shock. Now, it beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, and just about the only advanced feature you lack here is a hacking seconds function, but then again, there is no seconds hand. The screw heads are black polished. There are Côte de Bethune, which represent basically Côte de Genève with a nickel anthracite coating across the barrel bridge as well as the base plate. Satination of all the wheels. You have blued components galore, and you'll note that the balance bridge itself features both fully rounded profiling and all mirrored polish. It is a very impressive execution in every regard, aesthetically and mechanically revolutionary. This is one of the most significant independent horology watches of our time. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.